Warriors! Crypto market is pulling back and XRP is the chosen one. You're going to want to watch all the way to the end, Warriors. I'm here to teach you the game so you can't be played. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it in your hand, and what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now, I repeat that every single day, and I want you to really understand that statement and what's happening right now to you. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. Or let's take it this way. What you repeatedly hear or see gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And what you're experiencing right now, Warriors, is exactly what they're trying to do to FUD the weak hands out. So there's three types of people in the crypto space right now. Number one, you're dabbling, you're trying to get into the crypto space, and these type of pullbacks are a great opportunity. Number two, you just got into the crypto space and you're seeing a massive pullback on your portfolio, supposedly, right? And it feels really uncomfortable because you just got in and you're like, oh my gosh, the market's crashing. It's not crashing. And then number three, you've been in the crypto space for a while and you're panicking as well. Okay. Now we have what's called diamond hands in the Warrior Academy. If you've been in crypto for a while, look at your overall portfolio, the 30,000 foot overview. You're still up thousands of percent, some hundreds of percent, right? But if you just got in, this is a normal pullback, Warriors. This is called FUD in the marketplace: fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I'm going to take you to a 30,000 foot overview. I'm going to pull you out of the emotional, okay? And I'm going to pull you to a non-emotional level, a diamond hands level, so you can make good informed decisions. Because Warriors, this isn't about this bull run. This is about setting yourself up for generational wealth. Stop thinking short term. If you want short term, go buy lottery tickets. When you get gas, go get scratcher tickets or go to the casino and pretend you're going to win a bunch of money. That's gambling. You need to develop a strategy. Number one, you need an exit strategy in the market. That's why I don't panic during things like this. Number two, you have to have a game plan, Warriors. Number three is you have to surround yourself with the right people that will keep you grounded in what is actually happening, not what the 99% do, the sheeple that watch the news. So I'm going to show you Gary Gensler sitting with Tim Draper, who's a top investor. This is the head of our SEC in 2018, sitting with Tim Draper, a top investor who's invested heavily in Bitcoin. And I'm going to share with you the narrative that he shares right here. And I'm going to show you exactly what he's talking about. He shares the narrative that they're selling us right now. And then I'm going to show you exactly what the banks are doing. So would you rather do what the banks are doing, or would you rather listen to what CNBC tells you? Would you rather listen to the FUD in the marketplace saying that China's going to shut all the cryptocurrency down, right? Listen to the news. They did the exact same thing in 2013 and the exact same thing in 2017. It's all part of the process, Warriors. As God says, there's nothing new under the sun. And those who have the emotional intelligence to look the other way, just like when you're looking at a pandemic this way, those who have the emotional intelligence to look the other way are the people who are going to become the richest people in the world, the uncommon 1%. So let's watch this first video, and I'm going to take you through the narrative. Watch all the way to the end. Ripple is the chosen one, Warriors. That's just my paradigm. Check this out.
The big market constraint you see in Bitcoin, Ether, and the crypto world? What is it that you see?
It's really interesting. It's like all the other transformational technologies. The resistance is only in fear. The resistance. So if you just plow through your fear, this thing is going, and it's going to completely transform the world, and we're going to have an awesome world. But the fear is constantly brought to light.
Did you hear that really quickly? Top investor. The fear. This is what I teach my warriors. The fear. If you can get over the fear, you are going to have a phenomenal life. If you can't get over the fear, you're going to be like the 99%.
Right. Whether the press writes about it or the government issues some proclamation or some other government issues a proclamation, it instills fear into people's heads. And if you can get the fear out of their heads and just go, no fear, we're going forward, that's usually the way the future goes. It's really amazing. You always think the worst. You're always worried about the worst, but the best things usually happen. And so it's just, in my mind, just a matter of time. And the the more fear we impose on these tokens and Bitcoin and blockchain, the longer it will take, but it's happening.
And if you mentioned Jamie Dimon, so let's bring it back to Jamie and JP Morgan. What do you think is going to be the thing that they will have to change the most or lose market share and somebody else is going to do better?
Okay, this is very important to listen to. I've been selling you this narrative for a while, Warriors. He's talking about Jamie Dimon. Now watch this. Listen, and I'm going to show you what happened.
Faster, serve their clients better than JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs.
You can just hear the bankers panicking right now.
But what
Feel
line,
the panic in their voices. But here's what always happens. The first thing that happens is they try to go, oh, it's nothing, and they did that. I mean, that's with every new industry, every new technology comes along. The powers that be, the incumbents, the status quo, all say it's nothing. Don't ignore the man behind the curtain. This is nothing. And then all of a sudden it's too big to get in there. They're going, oh my God, I got to face this thing. And then they all line up and they wrap their arms together and they say, we're not letting this happen. And then it keeps going.
Listen.
And then they say, okay, well, let's sue them. Or,
did you hear that? Then we say, let's sue them. Listen to this.
Or let's go get the government.
There's another thing too. They adopt the technology. I think.
No, that's at the end.
They will adopt
No,
this technology.
this is the last.
Do you hear what Gary Glancer said? No, they'll adopt this technology. That's the head of your SEC, Warriors.
Thing they do. No,
Yeah, it's
after the press planning. They plant the press stories. They put out lawsuits. They create as much of a fuss as possible. They try to get their government friends involved. And then they go, oh God, this thing's happening. And then they go, okay, what are we going to do? How do we get it? So then they either make or buy, as all great companies do. They go, am I going to make this or am I going to buy it? Am I going to make an exchange, or am I going to make a new kind of wallet? Am I going to bring it in so my clients can use this? I know it's there. I know it's better than what we've got.
At that stage already. I think that's where we are. I think the large exchanges, whether it's NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, which is owned by ICE and Jeff Sprecher, who's a wonderful entrepreneur. I mean, I think the Goldman Sachs and so forth, they're kind of there. Fidelity and the asset management, they're kind of there in this next 6 or 18 months.
He has kind of put himself in a bind, whereas Jamie, but whereas Goldman Sachs didn't get into that bind. They didn't put themselves out there saying, poo-poo, this is a fraud, poo-poo, this is that. So
that's so important, Warriors. Jamie Dimon said cryptocurrency is a fraud. He put himself in a bind. Goldman Sachs did not say that. They got on board cryptocurrency. So here's what they say, right? So Jamie Dimon in 2017, this was in 2018, said cryptocurrency is a fraud. Put himself in a bind. He just walked you through the process that they go through. The last thing that they do is they try to sue the cryptocurrency exchanges, and then it's adoption. So what you're seeing right now is exactly what he's saying. It's FUD in the market to scare the crap out of you guys as they pack their bags. Well, what happened after this? What was the result of this? JP Morgan creates digital coin for payments, updated February 1st, 2021. In 2019, JP Morgan became the first global bank to design a network to facilitate instantaneous payment using blockchain technology, enabling 24/7 business-to-business money movement by unveiling the JPM coin. So they created their own cryptocurrency. What did Tim Draper say right in front of the head of your SEC? He said they either adopt it or they create it. Jamie Dimon created it, okay? Bank of America. Bank of America execs lift lid on Ripple partnership. We know this is old news. Bank of America head of global banking has heaped praise on cryptocurrency project Ripple and its ability to integrate with traditional banking services. Speaking on the podcast, B of A's Julie Harrison discussed emerging payment options for businesses and how they can improve efficiency. It's not about our platform and our capabilities. It's about as a client and the infrastructure you have and the ability for us to integrate. Key. It's not about our platform. and our capabilities. It's about you as a client and the infrastructure you have and the ability for us to integrate, whether that's with a platform capabilities that we built or partnerships that we have with the likes of Ripple and Swift. It's exactly what they just said, Warriors. Exactly what Tim Draper said. JPM said, screw it. We're developing our own. Bank of America said, we're going with one of the top cryptocurrencies in the world, Ripple. Okay, Wells Fargo invests $5 million in startup to connect cryptocurrency exchanges. This is back in 2020. Banking giant Wells Fargo is backing blockchains forensic firm Olympic. Okay, now here's the narrative that's happening right now. Everybody's freaking out yesterday because China said they're banning cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency transactions. It's confusing news, Wars. They did this in 2013. They did this in 2017, and they're doing it right now for a pullback for the biggest bull run in history. And yes, it's going to pull back. That's why you have to have an exit strategy, Warriors. That's why you have to have a game plan. That's why I show my portfolio to my warriors. I show my exit strategy. We surround you with a group of warriors that have emotional intelligence and are working towards generational wealth, not casino money, not going in and buying lottery tickets at the gas station. So we created a Warrior Academy, links down in the description down below, where you can join and be surrounded by a group of people who are moving towards the common goal. Whereas this is a baby bull run compared to what's going to happen in 2025. So I'm packing my bags. I have a strict strategy so that I can exit the market 50%, hold 50% long-term, and 2025 is when the generational wealth has come. You haven't missed out, Warriors. You have a long run ahead of you. Okay, so here's the narrative going on right now. Bitcoin's energy use is less than half the banking gold sector. So this is pretty cool to see. They're selling you a narrative that Bitcoin is so expensive and so energy intensive, right? But check this out. This was pretty cool. I think it was Mike Novogratz that did this. Yep. So check this out. So banking system, this is how much energy consumption the banking system has. Card networks, ATMs, bank branches, and top 100 bank data centers, bank system. That's how much energy it does. Gold, and look at Bitcoin. It's less. It's a narrative you're being sold, Warriors. They're wanting to scare the crap out of you. Okay, so let's go into the bigger 30,000 foot overview. Here's how I do my investing. Okay, now I watched the World Economic Forum. Now remember, Klaus Schwab created the World Economic Forum in 1971. We detached from the gold standard in 1971. And since then, we've been a printing machine. Since Bitcoin's inception, we have printed more money than in history. And here's where we are headed, Warriors. And I'm going to show you the narrative and how Ripple is going to help the infrastructure in zero carbon. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to the Industrial Revolution changes. So the first Industrial Revolution brought mechanical innovation like the steam engine, cotton spinning, and railroads. Now remember, there was a group of people who were talking crap about these people who invested in this. This is the richest people in the world. The second Industrial Revolution brought mass production through assembly lines and electrification. People were like, we're not going to use that stuff. Richest people in the world. Here's where you sit right now. The third Industrial Revolution brought mainframe computers, personal computing, and the internet. How many people, our parents and our grandparents and some of us, right? We're like, we're never going to use a computer. This is crazy. Now our kids use VR goggles. We're addicted to our phones, watching TikTok. You are a consumer of the thing you talk crap about. Richest people in the world. Now, here we are. Today, radical systems-wide innovation can happen in only a few years. We're in it right now, Warriors, and you and I are investing in the new infrastructure of the world. Okay, think about this. The interplay between the fields like nanotechnology, brain research, 3D printing, mobile networks, and computing will create realities that we thought previously unthinkable, Warriors. You have to have an infrastructure like a blockchain to run this. cheaply and quickly. The business model will be transformed. Warriors, I want you to take a deep breath and understand that you have the opportunity of a lifetime. You got to pull yourself up out of this micro, Warriors, where everybody's getting crazy, the Dogecoin. You got to pull yourself into a fundamental investor and look at the big picture, Warriors. Join us and look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. Here's what's happening. Zero carbon by 2050. That is the World Economic Forum agenda. The elites are taking us there. So you have an opportunity right now to be part of the problem or to be part of the solution. If you want to make change, then become it. Stop talking about the nefarious people and become the elite 1% and change the narrative. You can complain all day about it, but complaining about it isn't going to do anything, Warriors, because the 1% own the media. So if you want to change the narrative, then become it. Understand what's happening. So we're going to zero carbon by 2050. The whole narrative is about Bitcoin being expensive, or being energy hog, right? The Crypto Climate Accord. Okay. The Crypto Climate Accord is successful. The Crypto Climate Accord will create wins in both the planet and global economy. For climate advocates, we can eliminate emissions from fast-growing sources of electric load. The clean tech industry we can onboard the entire new class of customers with significant demand for low-carbon solutions. For the crypto industry, we can help support widespread adoption for crypto by making industries more sustainable. So they created the Crypto Climate Accord to help companies come on board this, because if companies don't come on board this, they're not going to get financing. Do you understand that? I'm an ex-banker. Companies will not get financing if they are not part of the zero carbon narrative. It's a new ecosystem and a new financial system and a new lending system. So if you're a large Fortune 500 company like ExxonMobil, okay, ExxonMobil, you will have to move into an energy efficient or a green type business, or you're not going to get funding. That's how they roll, Warriors. They're ruthless. Okay. So Accord, the Climate Accord. Who is part of the Climate Accord? Crypto, Ripple, CoinShare, Coincy joined the Crypto Climate Accord. CoinShare's chief strategy officer. It's vital we correct misinformation that has persisted about Bitcoin's energy and usage source. So this is really interesting. Ripple, CoinShare, and CoinShare have joined the cripple the banking market. Crypto Climate Accord as an initiative designed to make cryptocurrency industry run entirely on renewable energy by 2025. The initiative, led by Energy Web Alliance, is for innovation regulation, is inspired by the Paris Climate Agreement, according to announcement Thursday. The Paris Climate Agreement, the very first thing, this is not politics, the President of the United States, the very first thing they did was go right back into the Paris Agreement, Warriors. So you can complain about that. You can say right or left. You can say, there's, whatever's happening, right? But that's the fact. They went right into the Paris Agreement right away, Warriors. The World Economic Forum is all about zero carbon, okay? The highest family in the world, the Rothschilds, is all about the zero carbon by 2050. It's the whole narrative, Warriors. It's the whole narrative. Bill and Melinda Gates, well, that's Bill and whatever Gates, they broke up, but theirs is all about the zero carbon narrative, Warriors. You have the opportunity to invest like the elites. You have the opportunity to change the narrative right now, Warriors. So pull yourself up into a 30,000-foot overview, get out of the macro, okay? And if you just got in, you're probably feeling a pullback. Just accumulate, Warriors. This is not financial advice. This is what I'm doing, okay? If you want access to my portfolio, you want access to our exit strategy, you want access to cryptocurrency courses, nutrition, workouts, subconscious mind programming, goal setting, discipline, and an academy with over 1,800 warriors supporting each other, cryptocurrency team to answer questions, technical analysis calls, crypto call on every single Thursday with me. We work together in this quantum financial system to keep each other non-emotional so you can be surrounded with people who are like-minded like you. How uncomfortable it is when you're talking to people about this and they don't understand. The key is who you surround yourself with. So in the link down below, you can join our Warrior Academy for 90% off, Warriors. It is a month-to-month program. There's no contract. We don't do contracts. If there's not a mutual value exchange, it's 100% money back guarantee. We don't play games with your money. There must be a mutual value exchange. We want to help as many people go into the quantum financial system in a smart way, Warriors. We're not financial advisors. Not financial advice, just a group of people working together to help each other to become the uncommon 1%. We love you guys. We appreciate you. And Warriors, rise. Everything's down in the description down below.